Hello, Jarody. I thought about writing you an email, but I realized before you had told me that writing to you gave me more of an opportunity to lie and to organize whatever lies and manipulation I was going to say. So, my best course of action was to make a video, unscripted and from the heart, so that maybe you would actually listen to me. For the past year or so, Hope and I have been living with my mother and my stepfather, getting reestablished, getting myself a job, getting her socialized so that we can have our own place and live in peace. It hasn't been easy, and I'm not sure it's not going to get any easier when, you're a single mother raising an unruly toddler. She's a lot like you in ways. Nature versus nurture. I think she's just inherited your stubbornness and your need to be in control, I suppose. She's going through the terrible twos and crying with dramatic flair when she doesn't get what she wants. But we're handling it all right. I've had a lot of time to reflect on our relationship while I've been here, and this video is not for your benefit, though I suppose we could find it mutually beneficial. This video is for my peace of mind, so that I can finally get past this and get you out of my head for once and for all. When I first met you, you made me so happy. You taught me what it was to have fun again. You showed me the beauty in life. And I was so desperate for that and so damaged from my past that I let myself get swept up in this lovely little lie. I know you didn't want the relationship, and you probably just saw it as a way to get what you wanted, which was a family. And that became obvious when I got pregnant and your demeanor changed. You became controlling, manipulative. You would gaslight me. You would isolate me. All of my friends were your friends, and if I dared to hang out with Jessica, all you did was shit talk her. She's flawed. Of course she's flawed. Nobody's perfect. She was one of the only people I had in my life that I could confide in that would turn around and go and tell you what I said, and according to you, talk shit behind my back. I became to realize more and more that I was just a possession to you. I was somebody you could mold and bend to your will, and that's not okay. Add that to the explosive anger, and you've got a cocktail for disaster where I had no self-confidence, no control, nothing. I just tried so hard to be what I thought you wanted me to be, and I lost myself. After I had hope, I was hoping things would get better, but, we were both new parents, and I wasn't the best at it. I'm not going to make excuses for that. I've learned a lot since then, but dealing with postpartum depression and a house full of people that don't even bother to ask how you're doing. No support, nothing. I was completely alone, and I couldn't even show emotion without fear of you telling me that I was just manipulating you. In fact, I remember one point we had a conversation and you admitted to my face that my feelings didn't matter. Is that how partners are supposed to treat one another? No. You're selfish. You're selfish and egotistical. You can do no wrong. That's not a healthy environment for our daughter. Especially if you're going to get angry and destroy things. How do I know you're not going to hurt her? And even if you didn't physically hurt her, her being around that is not a good example, especially if you're treating me like shit. I don't need my daughter growing up and going, just thinking that women are chattel, belong in the kitchen to make babies. Yeah, you and I have very traditionalist views, but there's taking it too far. I wanted to be that housewife because I wanted to be the housewife. A lot of the things you told me, a lot of the things you pushed on me were not necessarily my opinions. I agreed with you a lot because I felt like I had to. You scared me. Not only did you scare me, but I wanted to be accepted. I wanted you to love me. I don't know if you ever did or if it was just a convenience for your sake for having a kid, but I'd like to think in the beginning we were in love. But then you decided that I wasn't worth your trouble anymore. So you became distant. We weren't equals, Jarody. We weren't partners. And when it came time for me to make a decision, I had to make it alone. You and I had very different approaches to how a child should be raised, and I wasn't allowed to object. I wasn't allowed to have a say in it. Now I was being told that she might be in danger and that, everything was coming to the surface about what you were doing to me. I had to make a decision because for all I know, we would have gone to court, and not only would they have taken her from you, they would have taken her from me. And I couldn't bear that. You and I both agreed that her being with me was better than her being in a state. You're right, though. She does need a positive male role model in her life. And thankfully, I found one for her. I found somebody who treats us like we deserve. We are loved and we are taken care of. And I have more confidence now than I ever did. I'm on my way to getting my own place so I can take care of Hope to the best of my ability. Speaking of Hope, she's wonderful. She's still curious, headstrong, fiercely independent. She wants to help around the house. She wants to do everything. She's so beautiful. And I'm thankful every day for her. I'm sorry I had to go what I had to go through with you in order to have her. But you will never, ever influence her the way you influenced me. I will die before I let that happen. So do yourself a favor. Evaluate yourself and ask yourself how this could possibly have happened. And you will realize that it was you, Jarody. You are not a good person. And I'm sorry I ever believed you were. I wanted to believe you were damaged just like I was and that we could work through it. But the thing is, we can't work through it, Jarody, because you don't want to see it. You've done nothing wrong in your eyes. Everyone is out to get you, and maybe that's your sickness. Maybe you just can't get over it. And that's really sad. We could have been a family. But your stubbornness killed any chance of that. I will always love you. You are the father of my child. I will always love you, but I recognize that we are no good for each other. And you are no good for Hope. Do yourself a favor. Forget about us and move on. If someday down the line, when Hope is old enough, she decides she wants to find her father, that's fine. I will not stop her. She has every right. And I will not lie to her if she asks about you. I will tell her everything. Knock it off. I will tell her everything from my perspective. Won't you stop? If she wants to get your side of the story, that's fine too. But forget about it. I wouldn't hold out hope. Go back and evaluate yourself. Get some help, Jarody. Because just because it didn't work out between us doesn't mean you can't find somebody who will love you and help you through it.